Best players available for tomorrow. We'll do this quickly. Who are you most surprised that wasn't selected? I'll give you a handful of names, and you're going to know the characters here. Ladd McConkey, Cooper DeJean, Johnny Newton, A.D. Mitchell, Kool-Aid McKinstry. Who's number one on that list?
Yes. Right?
I
think they're all first-round talented players. I think this was such a top-heavy draft that those guys got pushed to the top of the second round. I bet you want to put another dollar?
What do you need to say next?
None of those guys. How many guys are left?
So the ones I mentioned, Ladd, Cooper, Johnny, A.D., Kool-Aid.
I bet you all of them are gone before the 10th pick in the second round. Want to bet a dollar on that?
Yeah, let's put a dollar on that. That's a good bet. I was surprised that you actually gave me pretty good odds there. All right.
Now,
so
I'm saying that if they go before the 10th pick in the second round, I win. You're saying one of those guys are going to slip past the 10th pick in the second round.
I think that's what you're saying. In the first 10 picks, all 5 guys. So every other pick, they got to get one of those guys.
They'll be gone.
Okay. Well, that brings us to the second round mock draft. We're going to do really quickly. This is rapid fire. We're going to have to chit chat this one, but let's match up some names to some teams here. Pick 33, the Bills. Who are you taking?
A.D. Mitchell.
I know the Cole thing is a factor. Why would you take him over Ladd?
I think Ladd's a slot only. I think A.D. Mitchell can play outside. I think they need an outside vertical guy, a big guy that can get down the field.
Well, to quote Ricky Spielman here, Ricky Pearsall Spielman, if I'm the Patriots, I'm dancing in the streets because I'm taking Ladd McConkey at 34?
Perfect.
Okay. All right. So that's 2 of your guys gone in the 2 picks.
Well, that'll be interesting because this is all happening within the division.
Oh, my gosh. You're going to win this bet, too. The Cardinals are going to take Cooper DeJean.
In a heartbeat.
Dang it to heck. Because they got Darius Robinson. This is going to be a great draft for the Cardinals.
Although I wouldn't be surprised if it may be Kool-Aid as well.
It'll be Kool-Aid. That's right.
It'll be one of those 2 guys.
Oh, man. Debo, cut out the part about where I accepted this bet. All right. There were some rumors on the social medias by local Washington beat reporter, I believe, that the Commanders were trying to trade back up into the first round. They didn't get there. They're currently at 36. What else could they be looking for? Offensive line is a huge need.
Offensive line could be a go-to. We don't have any of those in those names that you had mentioned.
So let me throw some out here. Kingsley Sumatea is still out there. I didn't like him in the top 40-ish, but some people did. Jackson Powers Johnson, who we talked about forever, slipped out of the first round. So those are 2 options if you're considering those guys.
Yeah.
Braden Fisk and Rakestraw as well.
Yeah. I mean, how can you argue with any of those players? They can use them all. They can use Jackson Powers Johnson. You talk about a tone setter on that offensive line. Braden Fisk. Are you talking about Johnny Newton still there? They have their pick of the litter, and they're going to get a great player no matter what direction they go.
And then the Chargers are there at 37. They got Joe Alt. They didn't trade down. Wide receiver is a huge need. So, again, if Ladd happens to slip, he ain't getting past here. Oh, my gosh.
No.
And let's see. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Who are some other wide receivers that could be available? My brain is fried. Xavier Legette went. Ricky Pearsall went. Who are some of the other guys?
Oh, you got all the kids from
there we go.
Oregon.
Yeah. So you can't see that. Troy Franklin. Keon Coleman's there.
Yeah.
Jalen Polk. Malachi Corley. Sweet mercy. Okay, tomorrow's going to be fun.
Yes.
Tennessee Titans, they got – who'd they take? They took J.C. Latham.
Yep.
I mean, they're going to find a burner. They need a little speed. So
they'll add another weapon for Will Levis.
Troy Franklin could be an option there. Keon Coleman. Holy Moses. All right. So that's an option. And the Panthers are back on the clock at 39. So they didn't have to worry about that 39th pick going anywhere when they moved up from 33 to 32. And all right, Debo wants some legit picks for the Panthers here at 39 as we try to get here so he can.
Are there any edge rushers left?
Of course there are. Now,
let's see who they have.
Braylon Trice is a little too rich for you at this point, right?
Yep.
Let me open up my my front board here, Rick. Let's see who we got. So at edge rush, we got the old front board. Go to defense here. I would be fired already. Chris Braswell.
Yeah, I think that's too rich. Maybe they go
Adise Isaac.
Yeah, I still think those guys aren't top 10 picks.
Okay.
In the top of the second. They'll go in the second round, but too early for me, especially with the talent that's still available on that board. They can go best available player. They did take the receiver. I don't think, they went and spent a lot of money on the offensive line during free agency. So I look for him to go defense. I don't know if there's an edge rusher that fits into that, but if a corner like a Kool-Aid slips or any of those guys slip, those guys aren't going to go past the Carolina Panthers.
What about Jaden Hicks, for example, or
Too high.
Too high for Jaden?
You love him. No.
Oh, I got it.
Who?
And I'm going to, Debo, this could be 37 for the Chargers as well. I heard this a few weeks ago. The Chargers and Panthers both love Mikey Sanders still.
Oh, okay.
The nickel out of
the nickel
Michigan.
corner out of
He
Michigan.
can play outside, but he's undersized. But he's one tough hombre, to quote Rick Spielman.
Yeah, very good football player, former receiver that moved over to the defensive.
Yes.
And for a little guy, and they had a lot of good talent on that Michigan defense, he was a tone setter, in my opinion, for that defensive unit that won the national championship.
What about the Chargers, without looking at their needs off the top of my head, but
Receiver. They need some receiver help. We
All
know
right.
that.
All right, one last pick. The Commanders at 40.
Oh, I'm going to go with a Dan Quinn pick here. Defensive side of the ball,
Let me guess. It's not going to be Braden Fisk.
Braden Fisk.
With those two guys on the interior, you add them?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you're right. They got a lot of money in those two guys. I don't know if they extended both of them or just one of them.
I think. Oh, here's the thing. I'll save you. Maybe they go corner if we don't want to take Braden Fisk there. Packers at 41 at 42, and we'll end on this. Braden Fisk ain't getting past the Texans. I feel like they like.
No.
I heard they like Mike Hall. Would you take Braden Fisk or Mike Hall?
Braden Fisk. He's just a more every down type defensive tackle. To me, Braden Fisk, and I made that comparison, is my Geno Atkins.
Yeah, that works because Geno had shortish arms. He was sort of a ill-fitting.
Wasn't as tall
right
as Fisk, but had the same arm length.
All right, so we'll do the Packers here just to be fair. They're at 41, the pick before the 42 Texans. Take our Braden Fisk there. They got Jordan Morgan. They need help at cornerback, safety. You don't want to take Jaden Hicks there. That's too rich. Cornerback, Rakestraw is still available. We still haven't had – if Cooper DeJean lasts up till 41, that's an absolute grand slam.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer.
Max Melton. Would he
Little
interest
rich,
you?
but I'm a huge Max Milton fan.
And guess who where his brother plays?
Green Bay?
Yeah. So
Ironic.
They could carpool together. All right.